Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Zunist Zunbils. In our last episode we had a bit of a setback when the Seljuks, as we kind of expected, attacked us with their 30,000 advanced wand troops, and we tried, but we were not able to hold them off, and they took from us the Kingdom of Khiva, or our de jure land within the kingdom. Land within the de jure kingdom is what I think I meant to say there. But we're not going to take it lying down, we are going to try and take it back from them. We certainly have the ability to do that via holy wars, and possibly even great holy wars if our high priest sees fit to call one. We did kill about 10,000 of their advanced wand troops in the process of that war, so they're down to 20,000, which puts them sort of within range of our own military power. We have access to about that many. In the meantime, though, we have a Hindu uprising here which we need to take care of. We're going to do that right now. Hopefully this battle will go okay, despite the terrain penalties for us. My son is aiming for the stars, he is aiming for these stars, the ambitious little brat. Well, unfortunately I don't really want him to be ambitious, so we will say that ambition will not serve him. It looks like we are doing just fine in this battle. Up to 43%, we'll follow to here and hopefully wipe them out. My daughter is turning into an arrogant little braggart. We'll tell her same thing about pride that we tell everybody. You are pleased to report that the population in Shiraz has been converted to the Church of Zun. Let's actually take a look at our religious map mode and see how the conversions are going. Pretty good. We have most of our land converted now, I think. Certainly the majority. I guess losing some of it to the Seljuks has taken some Sunni land out of our hands, though they have some Zunist land to deal with as well. Hopefully they get plenty of religious revolts over there. Can we actually see the revolt risk? We can. We do have some revolt risk. 6% here even. Okay, and we wiped out the religious revolt army. We'll enforce our demands there and execute the imprisoned. Let's see, speaking of prisoners, if we can ransom anyone here. Since having a lot of gold on hand is something I'm interested in. I think we'll go ahead and disband our troops. Enemy presence in our homelands. Not sure what we're talking about there. Well, I guess we're only losing about 100 troops, so I guess it's fine. Okay, we will keep an eye on the Seljuks. I'm going to set him as special interest, just so that I know what he's up to. If he declares war on somebody else, we would like to know about it. I guess there are positives and negatives to him declaring war on somebody else. He could lose more troops in the process, but he could also gain more land and become stronger as well. So our maximum levy is almost 1,800. Oh, my spy master has been trying to learn of new technological advances in one of your provinces. Yeah, that's unfortunate, I guess. We'll ransom her back for 10. I'll accept that. Fine. Probably just reappoint her if she's the best spy master still. And just send her right back there. Aquitaine seems to have taken over the Kingdom of Lombardia, which is interesting. Or probably Italy. It's no longer held by a Lombard character. What's going on up here in Ireland as well? There's a Scottish revolt. Okay. And the Umayyads are having a pretty nasty revolt over there as well, it seems. About lower crown authority. Okay. So our Holy Order is unfortunately quite depleted. And it seems that the Seljuks are going to war. Crusade for Jerusalem. Okay, so the Pope was called a Crusade for Jerusalem against the Saladins and the Seljuks and various other Muslim characters have joined. Well, this is interesting. They're going to march all of their troops off there. They're probably not going to gain any land. Actually, they're definitely not going to gain any land out of this because it's a defensive crusade. They could lose troops. Okay. One of my vassals is declaring a war of his own. Another county converted. I guess it's on over this county. He's going to try and take it while it's in revolt, which is good. But even if they don't end up losing a lot of soldiers in this war, we could declare war while they're gone. And we need to educate our heir. Very much like to do it myself. We have 2 wards though, so we'll get one of them educated with somebody else. I guess this son. He can go to Satrap of Lahore. And we'll personally educate our heir. I think Great Pox affects our fertility. Yeah, by minus 20%, so it's not a huge penalty. It doesn't completely remove our ability to have children, but it makes it quite unlikely. Which actually is okay with me, as long as we don't die of it. Let's, while we are at peace here, have another Festival of the Sun. Come all to celebrate his light. And we had a grandson, okay. Named after us. You improved this Grandmaster's opinion. One of our satraps is suffering a revolt. Festival is about to start. Praise the giver of justice. We are taking part in the Walking Under the Sun for 30 piety. Uh-oh. You walk for hours in the sun to honor Zun. On the 73rd lap around the temple, you start to feel a weakness and pain in your legs. You try to move forwards, but your head is pounding and you struggle for breath. As you fall to your knees, you start to vomit on the ground. So we are now going to gain the trait Incapable, which is an even larger bonus to, or penalty to our health, fertility, and everything else for that matter. Okay, so if we don't die within the next few months, I have no idea what's going on in the world. Why have you forsaken me, great Zun? We do need to get our children educated elsewhere. This daughter we can give to this guy. Oh, he's a revolt leader. We don't actually care about him. This satrap, though, that's fine. And our son and heir, and very likely to be the Shah in the very near future, we will get educated with somebody who will hopefully give him a good education. You're a relatively good character. I don't really want him to become chaste, though. It might actually not be too bad. As long as he has some children. You don't mind if he only has a few. This is a mostly very good selection of traits. Unfortunate about the level 3 education trait. I guess we'll give him to this mayor and then make sure to change him to somebody else before his 16th birthday. This mayor has been appointed our regent, okay. Well, that's fine, he is a pretty good character. Unfortunately, our domain is now too big, only by one county though, or one holding, so we're not going to do anything about that. Another county converted. And the Seljuks are still on their way to the Crusade. The ceremony of thanksgiving to Zun, the giver of justice, is held in the courtyard of the temple. With the holy saffron bread, we will gain piety. And it's over. We are looking forward to a bright future under his blinding gaze. Are we, though? Are we? So the host invasion of Latium is over. I thought that ended previously. I guess not. Though Rome is under control of the Byzantines, so I guess that was a separate war that Rome got taken in. Interesting. Alright, we have a Hindu uprising. I guess we'll go and deal with it. Does this county have extremely high revolt risk? Due to religious unrest? Only for another few months though, so this should hopefully be the last revolt we see there. We will have to take care of this though. Unless our vassal would like to do it. I don't think he's... Actually, he has over 5,000 troops, he might be able to. I think we'll have to do something about it ourselves, though. We'll raise troops from the general area. Right from down here as well. And does our newest... Oh, this is our newest duke, actually. This guy probably has a decent-sized levy as well. So that's not quite enough. I don't really want to raise my domain troops. We could hire the Holy Order. Yeah, we will. They should be able to take care of it pretty easily. In addition to the vassal levies. And our truce with the Maharaja is expiring, but I don't think we can really afford to go and fight them just yet. I really want to make sure I'm ready to take advantage of any possible opportunities we get against the Seljuks here. We've lost sight of their army. Is he leading it personally? I assume he is. Ilam. So I guess we can keep an eye on where exactly they are that way. And keep an eye on how many troops they have. I awoke from my unending nightmare screaming. I have been in the abyss. An indescribable darkness. How long have I been asleep? Weeks, years. So we're no longer incapable, but we have traded it in for the lunatic trait. Alright. I guess that's an improvement. I'll accept it. We can pick a character focus. I think we'll go back to a health improving focus because we do still have the Great Pox. We'll choose family, I suppose. This means we can get our heir back in our own custody. Unfortunately, we're going to annoy that mayor, but that's fine. He is only a mayor. And our Grandmaster of the Knights of the Sun is happier with me. Oh, I guess he's back home now. He's leading troops in Herat. Okay, I guess he's in charge of this tiny army. So, we don't know where his larger army is. I suppose he still has the same number of troops available, and the crusade seems to be still in progress. And it's 85% in favor of the Pope, so it might not actually last that long. Seljuks might not even have time to get over there and lose troops before it ends. Though I guess if they do get over there, they're likely to be able to prolong it with their large army. They start taking back sieges. Let's hope. Okay. So as we learned before, there are river crossings all around and this county is jungle, but I think we should be okay to attack into it with these numbers. And he's trying to run away, so it seems he agrees. And he actually is going to run away. We'll go here. We still have the river crossing, but it is plains instead of jungle. Assuming we catch them here. Which we will. This satrap has given me bizarre and repulsive evidence concerning the chief's sexual preferences. We do not care. And we captured this person in battle. We'll follow for one more fight here and should be able to end this. And I guess we'll just disband. And execute the perpetrator. Alright. So for now, let's keep an eye on the Crusade. It's up to 88% in the Pope's favour. And he's still with his smaller army, apparently. %84% in the Pope's favour now, down to 80%. So maybe that's the Seljuk army kicking some ass over here and taking some war score back. They still seem to have the same number of troops, or thereabouts. My wife was captivated by the grace and strength of the hunting birds and begged me for a bird. We'll get her a falcon, that's okay. So no further change in war score here. Ooh, 79% in favor. I'm going to zoom in a bit so I can try to keep an eye on the occupations. We had a grandson born, and my son's wife apparently died in childbirth. Okay. My son Mashad has a tender and loving soul, trusting everyone in the castle. I fear he will get hurt someday. We'll let him become kind. Good for diplomacy. Still no progress here. So I wonder if we should take an opportunity to go and attack the Seljuks, since it seems that their army is probably over here and likely to stay there for at least a while. I'm not sure. Still haven't lost any significant numbers of troops. Back up to 81% in favor of the Pope. Back down to 79. Hopefully this will just drag out for a really long time. He has lost a few troops. A few of his events won troops. Oh, of course we have another Buddhist uprising to contend with. Alright, well we'll go do that, I suppose. Up here, I think we'll raise the Knights of the Sun again. And we're not in danger of running out of piety anytime soon, so not too concerned about it. And I guess we'll raise the levies of a couple of vassals just to augment that. See, that's probably enough. But we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to deal with them and decide whether or not to opportunistically attack the Seljuks in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.